So I know what it's like to be a broke teacher, and I know what it's like to be a well-off teacher. And one is not more noble than the other. This video is going to be different than my other videos because I usually share tips on learning languages and being a student at university, but now I want to help fellow teachers, tutors, and mentors out there because last year showed us that it is now the time to go online, and we don't know how much longer it's going to continue that way. But if you're a tutor or a mentor or a teacher, you probably had to go online to be able to teach at all. But there are business aspects of teaching online that I don't think are shared enough, talked about enough, taught at all. I don't think there is enough knowledge about how to be an online teacher and earn more money and have more students and have more freedom. So if you're interested in that, this is a video for you. If you're a teacher or a tutor or a mentor and you want to create more freedom and more impact and reach more students and teach them something that you love and earn more money in the process, continue watching this video. And if you want to, you can skip to the juicy part of this video, but I wanted to share a little bit of my background so that you can understand where I'm coming from in terms of being an online teacher and the business of teaching. So I started tutoring when I was 15, and I then became a teacher, and now I am a mentor, and I've done it all. I worked in private schools, I taught in public schools, I worked as a language teacher at companies, I had one-on-one students, I had group students, I was a university tutor, I had a full roster, and then I was broke. I've done it all. So this is one reason why I want to share everything I've learned since last year, but also since ever since I started, basically, because I don't want you to repeat my mistakes and I want you to get where you want to be even quicker. But there's another reason why I care about that so much, why I want to help you out as a language teacher, or as any teacher to be exact. Another reason why I'm so passionate about this is because I come from a family of teachers. My great-grandfather was a teacher, my grandfather was a teacher, and my mom was a teacher. And now I'm a mentor, which is a type of teacher. And I know that my grandpa and my mom could only dream about the possibilities that I have right now with the internet and YouTube and digital courses. And it's so available and so easy to do. And I know that if they only knew how to do it and if they only chose to do it, then probably my life would have looked differently. Which brings me to another reason, and that is I grew up as a daughter of a teacher who was constantly overworked and underpaid, and she was a single mother and she raised 2 kids on a teacher's salary. That sounds stressful, and that was stressful. Growing up, we never had more than enough, and my mom was perpetually in debt. I grew up fine, I was never poor, but I was never rich either. And I know what it's like to be a broke teacher because when I was a student and I was teaching and tutoring on the side, I knew that I was overworking myself, but I didn't know how to improve this process. And so I know what it's like growing up with a teacher who is constantly overworked and underpaid and stressed and worried that next month their hours are going to be cut and they will earn less and less money. I know what it's like to be broke and not be able to support yourself as a teacher. So I know what it's like to be a broke teacher, and I know what it's like to be a well-off teacher. And one is not more noble than the other. Okay, so how do you get there? Do you work for a public institution, a private institution, a language school if you teach languages, or do you go full-on solo entrepreneur? And for me, the best way to have more freedom, more resources, and feel better and earn more is to become a solo entrepreneur. Now, if you're watching it and you teach at a public institution or a private school and you disagree with me and you're well paid and you love your job, this is not a video for you. Because if you're already happy and you want to continue as you are right now, this is perfect. This means that you don't need to implement and take away anything from this video. But if you are currently working for a public school or a private school and you want to change something because you are constantly tired, you don't have time for yourself or your family, and you are not well compensated, I would recommend starting your own business. for reasons that I'm going to explain in a second. There is also an option to teach at an online platform, like for instance italki. However, I've never done it, so I cannot vouch for that. But if you really want to create change and have something of your own and reach even more people and teach and be happy as a teacher and well compensated, going full on solo entrepreneur and having your own business is something that I did when the pandemic started, and I recommend it 100%. So what's next? How do you structure your business? Do you have one-on-one sessions? Do you have group sessions? Or do you create digital courses and products? Now I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial for you, but maybe you need to hear this from me, because I believe, and this is something that I've seen time and time again, is that if you want to have more freedom and teach more people and be a better teacher because you're well rested and you have more time and creativity, and if you want to be well compensated for the work that you do and the talents that you have, you need to either charge more or create digital products. And I want to say something about that because I think that 99% of teachers are underpaid. You may be underpaid. And the reason for that is this belief that if you want to be a teacher, you need to work long hours and you have to have many students and you have to give your students your all, and probably will not be well compensated for your work. And there is another way to live. There is, but it requires a switch of mindset from you. If you are a teacher in that exact position that I just described, you need to realize that you are worth more money and your hourly rate is probably too low. And the reason why I know that is because the average hourly rate of a teacher is stupidly low. It is stupidly low. And I know that you might be thinking, Laura, many students cannot afford education. Many students cannot afford paying for this and that. And that is right. That is 100% right. But I also know that there are students at every price point, meaning that there are people who are only going to be able to go to free lessons and have free lessons with a free tutor. But there are also students and people who want to have something that is worth more because they will value that more. So in reality, you can decide what kind of teacher you want to be, who you want to teach, and what you want your life to look like. And right now, you can look at your hourly rate and ask yourself, does it truly represent my value? Because your value is not only how much you want to be paid per hour, it's also your education, your certifications, your experience, your methods, your approach to each and every student, the way you approach teaching in general, your energy, your attitude, that all goes into your hourly rate. And at the moment, my hourly rate represents what I believe represents my value as a teacher. And this is something that I encourage you to look into, because the industry average is too low in every single industry. So don't look there. But on the other hand, you can also create something that will earn you money passively. You can create a mini course, a full course, you can sell ebooks, or you can have a digital product of some sort that will be representative of what you teach. And this is something that I highly recommend. I am now leaving the one-on-one teaching world, and I have 3 online courses and I have workshops, because by selling a digital course, you are able to reach more people and you can earn more, because there is no cap on how much you can earn by selling your products. And this is I love that, because when I became more popular here on YouTube, more and more people wanted to work with me. They wanted me to teach them this or that, and I would never be able to cater to everyone's individual needs if I just worked with everyone one-on-one, or even if I created group courses or group classes, that wouldn't work. But because I have courses that everyone can check out at their own convenience, and they can see if they want to do that with me, if they want to hire me, so buy a course from me, they will do that, and it is there already, and it is so valuable. All of my courses are so valuable. They are packed with knowledge and my energy, and I created them as if I was teaching someone one-on-one. So everyone who's there in my courses gets a personal approach, even though they bought a course, and you can do that too. There is no need for you to struggle anymore, and this is a way for you to earn more and more money as you grow your teaching business, because online education, online courses specifically, is the future. So what can you do and how can you start? Well, you can start at YouTube. You can create videos that are built around what you want to teach about, and you can drive traffic to your courses and to your services. Or you can have a YouTube channel that is more personal. You can talk about yourself, your passions, your life, and that will give your potential students an idea of who you are, what you stand for, if they like you, and if they want to sign up for anything you offer. You can also try out different platforms like Instagram or TikTok or Twitch. Whichever feels like something that you enjoy, this is something that you should try. And what about courses and digital products? Well, I personally host everything on my website, and this is something that I highly recommend that you have a website, because this is something that you own and you own everything there. And even if YouTube or Instagram just falls apart and closes down, you still have your website. So I host my website on Squarespace, and I have a member space extension, which means that there is a section of my website that is not available unless you are a member, which means unless you pay for it, if it's a course or a workshop, you will not have access to it. So member space works perfectly for me, because that means that I can have everything on one platform, and I love it. I personally love having a website and creating multiple things on it, because I just love it, and it was very easy for me to integrate it. I am not sponsored. This is just something that I use, and I have affiliate links for you in the description of this video if you would like to try anything out, anything that I am recommending to you guys. And if you didn't know about my courses, you can check them out right now. I have 3 digital courses that I host on Squarespace. These are How to Learn Languages, Advanced Grammar University, and American Accent Academy. And I also have workshops and one-on-one sessions that are applications only. So if anyone wants to sign up for a one-on-one session with me, they can do so by filling out the application form. You can also use platforms like Kajabi or Teachable. I've never used them, and I really wanted to have everything on my website. But I think that Kajabi and Teachable are also very good places if you want to start somewhere, and you can also share your digital products that are not course related on these platforms as well. So if you're looking for an all-in-one platform, I think these 2 are going to help you out as well. And something else that I use is ConvertKit, which helps me send my newsletter out to my students and anyone who signs up for a free workshop or a free course that I offer also on my website. And I like ConvertKit because it's free, so if you want to try it out, you can also use the link in the description box. And yeah, this is how you can start. And my advice is start before you're ready. Just start. You can start when you're working full-time. You can start planning or creating something when you're teaching. You can do it in your free time, and you can start building something that is truly your own, and something that will bring you more happiness and freedom, and something that you will be able to earn even more money from, because you'll be selling things and creating things that are evergreen and that can earn you money while you sleep, because this is something that I truly achieved. And this is amazing. So this is how you can start right now. And one more thing that I wanted to say is teach something that you love. Please do not choose to teach something or create a course on something that you think people need and you think will bring you more money, and you will hate doing that, because there are so many things that people need and they want education in, but probably not all of these things light you up. And that's good, because you don't have to teach everyone, you don't have to teach everything. Your role as a teacher, as a good-hearted person who wants to help people, is also to teach something that you personally enjoy. And let me give you an example. Personally, I'm not good at teaching beginners. I'm not good at teaching English to beginners or even intermediate students. And that is something that I already know about myself. And so I don't create courses for beginners or intermediate students. However, I love advanced stuff when it comes to English. I love linguistics, and I love the methods of learning, the ways of learning. And so I created a course on how to learn languages, and I created a course on the most advanced grammar concepts in English, and I created a course on the American accent in English. And all of these areas I truly love teaching on. And I didn't have to do anything that I thought people would need from me, because I know that there are so many beginners out there who would need a course from me, but I don't want to create it because this is not who I am and this is not who I teach. And similarly, I don't teach children. I could never create a course for children that would be high quality and that would have my energy in it, because I don't like teaching children, because I am not a children person and I am not good at teaching, like I said, beginner stuff. I can teach teenagers and I can teach adults, but I cannot teach children, and that doesn't mean that I'm a bad teacher. I'm just a teacher for a specific group of students, and that is perfect. So please, when you think about all of the things that you can do online, the videos you want to create on YouTube, or the courses that you may want to create, remember that you need to be yourself as well, and you need to create something that truly lights you up, because when your students see that the things that you teach them about light you up, they will be lit up as well. Let me know in the comments what you learned from this video, and if you want me to talk about this topic more, because I am becoming more and more passionate about empowering other teachers out there, because there is no competition when it comes to teaching. There is only collaboration and supporting each other and empowering one another. And I want to help you out. Like, truly, I want to help you out. I know what it's like to be a teacher. So if there's anything I can do to help you out with that, I will do so. So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it, like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see more of my daily life, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.